Yes. My people, Big T, I'm back. I'm going to speak on my perception, my perspective of what it was like to feel and go through a cocaine addiction. So at the beginning, of course, it was all fun and games. Yeah, it made me more confident. I'd be out here chatting the most, chatting to gyal, smoking cigarettes, drinking beers, having a good time. But as this recreational use slowly evolves into a addiction, it naturally turns negative, because the energy of addiction is a low frequency, it's toxic. So as you begin to evolve into that character type, you take all of the negative associations along with it. So, from it being lighthearted and such, now maybe the first 30 minutes is blessed. And then it goes into this weird, twisted, isolation in my head. I don't want to listen to no one because I'm better than everyone here and no one is on my level. Why am I around these people? Yeah, I'm still looking at them, listening to them talk, just thinking, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear anything you've got to say. So that's the experience while I'm on it. Now, you also get extremely selfish, because the effects are quite short-lived. You constantly want more. And your values and morals begin to decrease with that impulse of wanting more. So you're more likely to do things that you wouldn't normally do when you're sober to get that next hit. And you compromise yourself, essentially. You compromise your integrity. You compromise your manner of being. You become almost like a shadow of yourself. Now, I wasn't extremely addicted because at the same time as having this addiction, I also had some positive habits. For example, going to the gym, learning, trying to take myself forward through education and such. But that didn't prevent me from still exhibiting certain aspects of that addictive, toxic character type. And not to mention, it brings you around others that also exhibit those, and in some cases worse than you, right? And so what I really want to say from all of this is that immediate gratification, that immediate little amount of confidence that you may receive, not only in the long run will you completely deplete yourself of that emotion, but in the short run, once you've run out, it's like there's a big drop. You go 10 steps back. You may become more anxious, more insecure, more willing to compromise your integrity. And at the end of the day, people can see this. Whether you can or not, people can. A lot of the time we surround ourselves by similar individuals, so it gets lost in their own behavior. But if you were to be around, functioning, let me not say functioning, but people of a certain standard, they would be able to see you deteriorate. you start falling back on your word. You promise, and listen, when you're on it, you make the most promises. When you're on it, you're like, yeah, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do this, I'll do that. Bro, the moment that shit comes down, you'll fall back on every single promise that you made 99% of the time, unless it's to get back on it. You feel what I'm trying to say? Because of that heightened state of, because of the dopamine rush, that heightened state of being, because it's false, it's synthetic almost, it leads you to believe that you will actually follow through. But once you come back to reality, you understand that that's just not the case. And I believe word is everything. Word is bond. What makes you a man, what makes you a woman, is following through with your word. Being able to say something and actually do it. That's what makes you a healthy, wealthy individual. When you say you're going to do something, you follow through and do it. When you start to embark on this road of addiction, all of that comes out the window. You only say things that are going to benefit you in any and every situation. You only want to say things that are going to bring you to the next high, or just get you the most attention or the most thing in a particular situation. Now that life is fake. That life is extremely fake. Not to mention being up for 2, 3, 4 days. You literally lose time wasted. You get me? Because you ain't doing nothing. All you're doing is sniffing, partying, fucking whatever you may be doing, but you're not doing anything proactive. You're essentially putting your life on pause while your body still you're putting your life on pause while your body is still living. So it's like you're experiencing time but losing time simultaneously. Do you get it? And before you know it, you're 5 years deep and you've made zero progress in your life. Now, I've experienced this to some extent, and I want to say, man, it ain't worth it. Like, it feels good. I ain't gonna cap, I ain't gonna lie. But it feels good for a very short period of time. And it has no comparison to actually investing in yourself and feeling that pleasure and joy from fulfillment, from achieving a goal, from being healthy, from getting that promotion, from actually making forward steps in your personal life, in your professional life, to get to where you eventually want to get to. Because when you're doing that stuff, you'll make all of the plans, but you're not taking those steps that are going to get you there. You're taking backward steps. And yeah, man, I will say though, I don't regret that period of time in my life, because although I say it puts a pause on your life, it does. However, you can make something of it if you choose to change. You can use all of that frozen time to fast forward a whole heap of steps and move you exponentially forward into the direction that you're looking to go, which is essentially what I done. I used all of that, frozen time, and I made a different version of me, one that now walks with power, walks with strength, no fear, no insecurity. Or everyone has fear, but I don't allow fear to stop me. I don't allow insecurity to stop me. I continuously move forward, and I'm in the process of building something great for myself. And it's only a matter of time, because I will never give up. And I will tell you that addictive personality that I had, that I used to abuse drugs. Cocaine wasn't the only thing, just drugs in general. I now am addicted to evolving. I now am addicted and obsessed with getting better in my personal and professional life. And I use every setback as actually a push forward, because there are no losses if you learn from them. They become lessons that will essentially guide you to your win. And we're just at the beginning. And so I was called to share this. And I thought it was, if I'm being called, it's a responsibility of mine to follow that guide, to follow that calling. So yeah, man, stay strong. Use all of that latent addictive energy to invest into yourself and watch how you can make your life change. Big love.